This here's the Buccaneer Trail. It's the rootin'est, tootin'est highway this side of Sam Hill. I can't help but think that every time the GPS says, stay on the Buccaneer Trail. And then I have to get all southern. Moving right along in search of good times and good news. With good friends you can't lose. This could become a habit. Opportunity knocks once. Let's reach out and grab it. Yeah, together we'll nab it. We'll hitchhike, bus, or yellow cab it. Cab it. Moving right along with the bump, but loose and fancy free. Getting there is easy. Won't you share it with me? Guess where we're at? Another Buc-ee's. We gotta stop for gas, and I need to make a pit stop. Maybe grab a snack before we keep going down the road. Nothing like a Buc-ee's. Whoops, I did it again. PinHQ, Pin headquarters. Now, that store there was called Pin headquarters, PinHQ, and Go Pin Pro. I don't know. It's a company that specializes in pins. I did take a little bit of video footage in there, but it was on my phone and the music was banging, so I can't put that in the video because of copyright. But there are thousands and thousands of pins in that store, Disney pins. And I went in there specifically just to look for Muppet pins. I could barely find any. There might have been 3 or 4. And there was one case where there were like 3. There was 2 beakers and something else. And they were in a case and they said prices marked and they were high. Too much that I didn't want to pay that much for a pin. So I was just looking for like the cheaper ones. They had other ones that were like $10 or $15 or $8. So I did end up picking up some pins. I only found one Muppet pin, and it was a Fozzie Bear. But I did end up, I had no intention of picking up any other pins. And then I saw some pins that were characters in airplanes, and I couldn't resist. I have to start. Now I'm starting a new collection. But I'm selling off some of my older pins that I have that I don't want to keep anymore. So I'm like, the money I'm spending, I'm actually going to make back in the other pins that I've had in my collection for a while that I'm selling. So should even out. But I'll show you all of those pins here. Let me show you what I ended up buying. So they sell these little pin pads that you can actually put your pins on. They're kind of like foam, and the pins stick in there and they're like held in there really securely. So these are the pins I got that were like characters in airplanes, which I thought were so funny. And of course I love going to the air shows, so that to me was like a pretty cool collection to start, kind of unusual. And then I found this Goofy one, which I just thought was so silly, because I do like Goofy. He's just a funny character. And then this was the one Fozzie Bear that I found, which, I mean, he's a Halloween, but I'm not a big fan of Halloween, but I do love Fozzie Bear. And then on the back here there's another airplane. And then this was a Star Wars series. They were little comic book pages, and I would only collect episode 4, 5, and 6. I'm not into any of the other ones. And what I really wanted was Empire Strikes Back, but you couldn't find that one anywhere. So I picked up this one. It wasn't that expensive. So yeah, that's my little pin collection. Alright, now I'm going to head over to Disney Springs, which is just a big shopping area, but you can do pin trading there. They have pin boards, and you can take your pins that you have. I'm not going to use those pins, but any pins, the Disney pins you have, you can take them to the pin board and trade them if you want to. So I'm going to spend a couple hours over there. My goal is to head back by like 6:30 or 7. I don't want it to be too late of a night. It is like a 3-hour drive over here. But that was what I had planned to do today, or at least one of the days I was down here. I wanted to go to this store and check out all the thousands of pins, and I was hoping to find some Muppet pins, but they are hot commodity right now because in Disney they closed the Muppet Courtyard. They closed down Muppet 3D, so everybody's feeling very nostalgic for the Muppets, so the pins are just nowhere to be found. Now I might be able to find some like fake pins. On the pin boards there's mostly what they call like fake pins. They're not authentic Disney pins, or like a cheap knockoff versions. But some of them look okay, and if I find any Muppet ones, even if they're fake, I will probably trade one of my other fake pins for one of those pins. If I find a real pin, like a real authentic pin, I have some, I brought some with me that I'll trade for them. So fake for fake, real for real. That's the rules. Alright, I'll see you in Disney Springs. So I remember I'm in the Lime Garage, and I'm on level 3, row 8. There's a lot of parking garages in here for Disney Springs, so you can just, it's free to park. It's just a big shopping area. So let's go wander around and see what we can find in Disney Springs. All right, I did it again. We're just looking at the sky.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't.
Let's check out the pin trading store now. Then we'll go into Once Upon a Toy. Well, here's where all the pins are. All the different collections. Oh, those are the mystery pouches. Where is it? Those are candles. Ducks. There's really nothing. That's the Mickey Mouse Club pins. Munchlings. These apparently are all the rage. This is what, Series 3. Wow, 40. Wow, they're expensive. Holy moly. This one's in. Here's the Disney Dogs box. This is what you can get in that. That would be cute. Winnie the Pooh's cute too, if you like Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I don't need any of those. This is the pin wall of all the different pins you can get. thing I'm interested in is Muppets. We're outside of Once Upon a Toy. There's a big Mr. Potato Head. Talking action figure Zurg. And Buzz Lightyear. I like how the characters are just on a conveyor belt up there. And there's Woody. There's big Tinker Toys. Giant Tinker Toys. These are pretty in big, huge groupings. I always think these are so pretty. Ooh, we got a Christmas store up ahead. Look, here's this teeny tiny carousel. We got another spice and tea exchange. Let's go look at Christmas. There was a pin board in that store I was in, but there was a lady standing there and she would, I don't know what she was doing, but it's taking forever, so I left. I'll just go back. Let's look at Christmas stuff. Oh. Well, there's every kind of Mickey ear ornament you could ever think of in here. These are neat. Once again, we're looking at the sky. Okay. I wanted to look at these Mickey and Minnies. I am a total amateur with this thing. Look at him. So grouchy. Who's over here? Nobody. I am totally gonna lose this thing. Alright, let's go see if we can see the pin board in here.
The little camera itself actually is so cool.
These are cool. I just don't know how to use it.
So, I mean, you're using it pretty well.
Every time I turn it on, it's facing the ceiling. I'm like, I have so many shots of the sky.
Okay.
Let's look over here at the lake. There's Rainforest Cafe over that way. No, it's over here. It's over this way. Let's go look at that. This is inside the Rainforest Cafe. It's really neat in here. This is why I like Rainforest Cafe. Look at his eyeball. Probably gonna have to edit out the music. brought a backpack. I like the glass. It's pretty. So the Art of Disney has a pin board. All kinds of things to see in here. I like the railroad. There. These are the... Okay, get back up there. The tickets. I have some of these. In fact, I have a whole book of these. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I have a whole book of those. Not from Disneyland, though. Disney World. I'm just always attracted to the water.
I might not just go like that basically, I guess.
You can build your own minifigures. Oh, I'd like to have that. You can buy bricks if you know what you needed. Wow, that balloon is massive. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Probably doesn't look real big on the video, but it's huge. Yeah, that is one big balloon. Can't ride on it right now. In front of it, or behind it I should say, is actually Lake Buena Vista. Disney Springs used to be called Lake Buena Vista. Tell you what, this is a hot and sweaty activity. It's a very crowded, really hot, and a lot of things to spend your money on for sure. But it's fun to see, look at, walk around. I'll be heading home soon. Let's check out the Star Wars Galactic Outpost. Also got Marvel Superheroes headquarters over there. I think I'm going for the Puffle. I'm trying to collect them all, even though I know they're fake.
It's a great choice. Love puffles.
I know they're not real, but that's okay. They're still cute. So these are the pins I actually ended up trading for in Disney Springs off of the pin boards. These are all not real, authentic Disney pins, these here. These little ones in the corner are called Puffles, and they're just an old set, but there's like a Puffle of every different color. I'm not sure where they ever originated from, but they're just silly. So if I see one, I was trying to collect those. And there's a little Pinocchio icon, a flag. I was really looking for the flags of the different countries, but I couldn't find any of those. And this one here is actually a cast member uniform for Muppet Vision 3D. It's not a real pin. You can see it's really dippy, as they call the enamel, isn't good quality. And then I just picked up a Mickey hand, but I figured, well, I went all the way there to trade pins. I'm gonna trade some pins, even if they're not the greatest. But I did find 2 authentic Disney pins, and I traded for real authentic Disney pins. I didn't put a fake pin or a scrapper pin down. I put a good pin down. So, but it was fun. It was fun trading. And that's what I did at Disney Springs.